This is a story of a place called Penedo. It's a place where we had very consistently many people coming to church, but they were never able to reach that breaking point of receiving approval for a new chapel. They had the place purchased for the building of this chapel, but the church was waiting to build a chapel until they had enough people coming to church, paying tithing, so that this place could be self-sustaining once this chapel was built. I was the junior companion at this time, but I was paired with a companion that was uniquely prepared for this kind of scenario. He was such a great teacher. Sometimes we struggled to get into doors, to get people to teach, but that's something that I could do really well. And I was really excited to bring that value and to learn from my senior companion in this area. Another thing that we had in this area, a very strong community of youth. Luckily, we arrived right during their summer break. So a lot of these youth had time to go out and serve with us, and they were willing to dedicate that time because they really wanted to see this chapel get built. My senior companion, he created this plan. We went out in essentially two teams. I would lead out with a young man, and we would knock all these doors, and I would get us into as many doors as possible. I would teach short 15-minute lessons. So every 15 minutes, we were in a new house, inviting someone to follow Jesus Christ. The next day, my companion would follow into each of these homes, and he would teach them the lessons. And often he would arrive there and they would be like, I set this goal with God yesterday. Now I'm not feeling so sure. And he could just step into people's lives and calm the storm. He was so good at helping people to see the bigger picture, to realize how important following Jesus Christ really is. And as we worked in this way, we were able to create a continuous cycle of conversion where week over week, we would find new people to teach, help them to set a goal with God for an exact day to be baptized. Then I would continue finding new people to teach, which allowed us, when we reached this day, we had all these other new people, which we had found before, which allowed us to baptize every single week. And, sometimes we would just have one person each week. So it was very sustainable in that each week there's one person who is coming unto Christ through baptism. So the gospel is very personal to them. We know them by name. We love them. And we're helping them to not only get baptized, but to receive the new member lessons, to find a friend at church, and to stay active as they are continually nourished in the good word of God. And so as we brought people unto Christ in this way, my companion and I, in just 4.5 months, we saw 30 people get baptized. And we received word that this chapel would finally be built. And a year later, at the end of my mission, I returned with my mission president, and I was able to be there for the dedication of this chapel. This is the story of many heroes, but the greatest hero of this story is God. And I believe that as we put our trust in him, and as we learn from the experience of others, like my senior companion who was able to teach me how to enter these lessons and calm the storm and help people to get baptized, as we learn these lessons, we can change the world. And that gives me hope. But I don't want to just hold on to this hope for myself and just share it among those of us who have experienced this. I want to share this hope and this excitement with the world. And that's why I'm putting out a book. It is titled With Your Shield or Upon It, named after my grandmother who passed away while I was serving a mission. Her very last words to me were, with your shield or upon it, which just means go all out. Do everything you can to bring others unto Christ. These words are something that has stuck with me forever, and it's something that informed how I served in Penedo and how I continue to serve today. This style of missionary work that I learned as a missionary, I have brought with me. I have helped missionaries here where I live and serve, and in the various places where I've lived. I've helped others come unto Christ, and we have been able to create this continuous cycle of conversion. And I want this knowledge to be shared with the world. And so I've made this channel. We're getting the message out there. But I've learned that while doctrine edifies, stories motivate. If we are able to get these stories of incredible spiritual momentum in the hands of youth in the future missionaries of tomorrow, I believe amazing things will happen in the world. And so if you remember the Lord's Youth Battalion between the ages of 12 and 18, please find a way to get your hands on this book, whether that's asking a grandparent or a brother or sister, like, hey, Christmas is coming up, get me this book so I can prepare to serve a mission. Likewise, if you are a grandparent, father, uncle, aunt, and you have a young person in your life who's preparing to serve a mission, or maybe isn't sure if a mission is something they're interested in, please get them this book titled With Your Shield Upon It. It's coming out October 9th. With God, anything is possible. That's the foundation of this book that I'm bringing to the world, and it's the foundation of every video we bring to this channel. Please maintain your hope in Jesus Christ, because with him, anything's possible.